me when I thought 80 was going to be the standard. That kind of blows my mind.
Next, please take a look at this.
More Breath of the Wild. Oh, is this what do you call it? New Hyrule Warriors. I still haven't finished Tears.
Given an opening, he will bear his fangs. Until Hyrule itself is no more.
This has got to be 80, right? There's no way this is below 80 USD.
Be that as it may, we face it together.
Is canon in Age of Calamity. I don't know where these fall into play. I just want Gundam Dynasty Warriors back. Age of Imprisonment has release date TBD with no price point. I think this is telling that they're choosing to hide the price point on this. This I think is telling. Personally, I don't really have any emotional connection to the story. If I'm being honest, I did finish Tears of the Kingdom. I keep saying I'll get back to it. I just never do. I'm still stuck playing Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Twilight Princess, which I want to get back to. Like, I don't know. I have a preferred era in Zelda. I'll go back to Link to the Past. I think that'll be an interesting live hip reacts playing on the Purple app and uploaded to the gaming channel. Just my first initial run of Link to the Past. I think it'll be fun. I don't know. I don't see the value prop. But once again, this is going to be a game for someone out there, and I feel that unfortunately you're going to be paying the premium. This is going to be this is a first-party Zelda game from Nintendo. If it is under 80, something's wrong with it.
That was the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment. We hope you're looking forward to experiencing the canonical events that led to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future.
Yeah, they're milking
Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
You have to think that this is still in the pipeline, that certain things are probably still being ironed out. I mean, they're clearly doing advertising. There's still probably things happening in the background. It wouldn't doubt me that this is going to be a day one patch. They're probably working on the day one patch because at a certain point, after when you start doing that physical process, right, it's kind of out of your hands. So that's why there's a day one patch. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where in the pipeline they're at. And I know there's people who work in the games industry or games testing who know exactly where they're at. Don't say anything. I don't need to know.
The realest Madden ever, built from Sundays.
Bro, I haven't played Madden since 04. You cannot top this.
It's game time. Kick off your journey to become an NFL legend in the most dynamic Madden game yet. Rule the field with all new player traits and realistic play styles. Immerse yourself in authentic franchise mode. To begin your coaching legacy. Or become your favorite NFL coach, each with their own strategies. Customize your game plan by selecting new abilities each week that offer different tactical advantages. Then level them up to fine-tune your players. Plus, compete on the gridiron in local or online multiplayer. EA Sports Madden NFL 26 touches down on Nintendo Switch 2 August August 14th. Pre-orders are available now on Nintendo eShop.
So, $70 base. It seems like partner games only go up to 70, at least as of right now. Aside from Age of Calamity, I don't think we've seen a single 80. Obviously, yeah, once again, 99. We're looking at a big boy bundle, right? You know what the best part about this is, though? Dude, I can't wait for the Angry Joe review. That's going to be an amazing hour of him having an aneurysm on camera. I look forward to his Madden reviews every year. I get some popcorn, I sit down, and I watch this man absolutely lose it. And look, I haven't followed football in a number of years, right? When I did follow football, it was like the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? I think Ben Roethlisberger was still quarterback, right? Yes, I had a football face. Yes, I played optimus football. I ended up breaking my ankle because of it. So, just one of those things, I like combat sports more. I like SCA, right? Right here. Long sword fighting, right? I much more enjoy things like that. But, I mean, I feel like they're just inferior after a certain point. Like, I feel bad for football fans. I feel bad for Madden fans to get absolutely shafted every single year. I don't know if there were necessarily frame drops. They seem like they showed off a lot of menus and stuff. This tells you the performance might be sus, especially when you have, in the past few years, just houses just spawning in the middle of the stadium. Right? If you want Madden content, you want funny content, go watch Angry Joe's Madden reviews. Madden is a wild franchise.
A cozy campfire is calling.
Sure, I'm ready.
Calling all camping enthusiasts. Build campfires in this cozy fire building sim. Chop wood. Arrange the pieces. Then light them up. But if you don't fuel the flames properly, they'll fizzle out.
So this is cool. This is cute, right? I love this as a game, right? Like, this is something I would, what is it? On Steam, our mod Rev got me Old Market Simulator, right? Kind of same vibe a little bit. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is cute. And then I'm like, mate, are we being sold a game that we're making a campfire, and if we don't make it correctly, we're getting emoji saying the fire went out because we didn't do it correctly? I just want to impress what we're being marketed.
To stoke your campfire, place logs based on the fire's strength. Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain the right amount of heat.
What's the funny game that took the internet by storm? The funny hole game where you just dig a hole?
Don't let wet logs dampen your fire. Dry them before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it. Sometimes, though, a little patience is all you need. So roast some marshmallows or set off fireworks to light up the sky. You can also get the flames going in rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy each other's company around the campfire. You might even strike up some interesting conversations. Relax and stay a while.
There are going to be so many slurs said over that voice chat.
When Chillin' by the Fire sparks to life on Nintendo Switch 2 later today.
I'm actually in shock. Like, this isn't a bit. I'm what? What? You just sold me that? I'm sorry. I need a minute to process what they just tried to sell me, because that is. 15, by the way. 15. Dude, the word that comes to mind is dystopian. I don't want to shit on the devs, right? And that's not my intent here, right? Like, the devs across all of these are just the devs working on the game, right? Whether I agree or disagree with the game, I want to once again reiterate that, like, my issue is not with the devs. Did they just spend... How long? An entire, what, minute and a half-ish? Selling me a goddamn campfire game. Dude, this is meme material. Like, this entire thing. Dude, this is gonna get memed on so hard, and I think it's unfair to the game because like the game looks like it'd be a fairly cool like Steam game, right? I think the fact that it's Nintendo pushing it kind of foobars me. Like, I genuinely don't know what to do with this information. Membership required for online features, including game chat. Meta USB camera required for online features, not available in the country. Terms and game chat requirements apply. Support Nintendo.com, which is the TOS. Yeah, you say a funny, colorful word. You can get banned. Memberships and accessories sold separately until March 31st, 2026. Game chat can only be used with Nintendo Switch Online members. After consistent online membership will be required for. Wait. Until March 31st, 2026, game chat without a Nintendo Switch Online membership. Afterwards, a Nintendo Switch will be required. Bro, they're feeding you the little dime bag of flour, and then they're gonna charge you premium for the flour later. That's what's happening here. Bro, they tried to actually sell me a campfire experience. You know what I can do? I could go message Baka and be like, bro, this game is foobarring me. Let's just go actually make a fire and actually talk around the thing, and I'll bring my laptop to get some Xboxes going. We'll get a generator. We're gonna go have a Halo LAN party. I can't believe that in an official Nintendo Direct, Nintendo just marketed me a goddamn campfire experience. Like I'm struggling to cope. This is blowing my mind.
Fight battles big and small in these games.
Okay,
Apex
sure.
Legends is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Gross ass.
Squad up and survive 19 other teams in Battle Royale.
I want Moist Critical's opinion on this, actually, because he has an Apex team, doesn't he? Or he heads an Apex team. I want his opinion on the Switch port.
Or show off your skills in Mixtape, where you'll take on 3 rotating game modes. Plus, both Battle Royale and Mixtape have enhanced resolution and smoother performance. Build your crew and aim for victory when Apex Legends launches on the Nintendo Switch 2 system August 5th, along with the new season, Showdown.
I mean, the presentation looks clean. I didn't really notice any sort of frame drops offhand. It's Apex, and look, I'm a Titanfall player, or I was a Titanfall 1 player specifically. I've missed the entirety of 2. But Bach and a couple other people I know ended up playing Titanfall 2, so I play it every time. But I don't know, inherently, especially because EA ganked just 2 iterations of Titanfall 3, I have that bias. I've also heard that Apex is just a fundamentally different game than one I played, and they just can't do it anymore. I also don't agree with the monetization in certain respects, like how the Final Fantasy cosmetics, like Cloud Buster Sword and stuff, like they got under fire for a number of reasons, from pricing to FOMO to how they just didn't look right. Apex is a firm pass for me. I'm very curious to see what reviews come out, especially from pro players, enthusiasts, people that are most critical as well. Mudahar even, right? Because he has a Switch too. I'm very curious to see if it stands up or if it flops.
Reaches illness, a tiny familiar embarks on a grand adventure. With your magical froggy backpack in tow, you can climb, pull, and even swing to greater heights. Explore this vast world and ingredients to create a cure for your enchanting ally.
I'm noticing some raindrops, some particle effects. Seem like they're missing some stuff. This is cute. I like it. I wonder if it's the game or if it's the Switch that's holding it back.
Plus, up to 4 players can journey together in online co-op. A little mouse's magnificent adventure begins when Hella launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
No price, by the way. I just looked it up. No price confirmed. So it's too far out.
Explore a galaxy full of opportunity.
No way, bro.
Embark
No way.
on a journey across the iconic galaxy. It is an action-adventure game taking place between the events of The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi films. You'll take a look at
Look how many frames are missing. Look at this shot.
Jedi films. You'll take on the role of Payback.
Oh my god, that is this is gonna be a train wreck. This is gonna be. You know, so here's the thing about Nintendo, and I watched a bit on this about Nintendo's policies, right? Like Nintendo's business strategy throughout the ages, like NES, 64, etc. I think Nintendo did it too, and I think it's not what I'm referencing. Nintendo has realized that they're never on the cutting edge, but it's what they do with the lower end of tech that is like Majora's Mask using the N64 expansion pack, right? Literally having a breathing organic world despite it just being keyboard. Nintendo was always over a period of time, right? Like just amazing stuff that it did. Nintendo has always, I would argue, prided themselves. And I feel that Nintendo trying to compete in this modern triple A market is just a recipe for disaster. Ubisoft didn't make enough money. Nintendo was able to potentially partnership on the books. Look at this entire thing. You know damn well this is going to be a game key card. Oh, absolutely. Despite this resources to fend off brutal enemies. But don't let your guard down after defeating them. If a monster absorbs a fallen enemy, it'll evolve I mean, to be fair, Resident Evil 5 had issues with horror gross, right? That's why they had to cut down the tentacles by like 50%. Look, I'm a survival horror nut, okay? I might not be good at them. Dead Space remake really foobarred me. I had to really sleaze and cheese.
Using your fists, weapons, and everything else at your disposal. Plus, there's still plenty else to do around the cities. Enjoy darts, karaoke, and even golf. There's no shortage of things to do.
Was it Zero that had the chicken financial advisor nugget? Maxler brought it up in his video. That was Yakuza Zero, right? Maxler single-handedly sold me that video. I will be playing Yakuza at some point.
A deadly clash between two dragons begins when Yakuza Kiwami 2 launches on Nintendo Switch 2, November 13th. And Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the Epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day, featuring enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and additional language support.
So I was about to ask, because I'm looking, I see Yakuza Kiwami, so that looks like this is an older game. Not that I don't have issues with older games. Like, I love when, like, you know, like, God got Silent Hill 4 in the room, right? I'll buy older games. That's not a problem. So I don't see any listing for Kiwami 2 yet, though, which is interesting. I mean, it looks good. It looks cool. Like, and I think to help kind of color my bias, not only has Nintendo kind of set those expectations, but think of Nintendo like Apple. You're buying into their ecosystem. Well, you have a 3DS to Pokemon Bank up to the Switch, and then that'll bank up to Pokemon Home, and the Switch line of products can associate with the Switch dock, because with the Switch 2 dock, it seems like there's a few handshakes that are made to confirm it's a genuine Switch dock, and that will communicate with official Nintendo licensed products. Like, Nintendo's been done this for years, right? It's not anything new, really, right? Like, proprietary GBA link cables, proprietary Nintendo GameCube to GBA adapter, right? Like, usually it's been adapters, the infrared adapter, Fire Leaf Green Arrow, right, for Nintendo, right? Like, this isn't a new concept, but it really feels like a walled garden, and that's I think the phrase I'm going to really use. It is a walled garden that you are paying to enter, and you're incentivized to buy the whole line of products, right? Ring Fit Adventure, right? The proprietary ring, which isn't even usable on the Switch 2 from what I understand, right? Like, official Switch Joy-Cons, etc., right? Where, how many of you remember that we had, like, the Mad Catz controllers back in the day? We had proprietary third-party controllers. Some of them had rubber grips and stuff on them. Some had, like, an extra, they had an extra, like, Z button, right, for GameCube. Like, I read modern Nintendo like Apple, if that makes sense. So when I criticize them, in a way, it's also with the understanding that they've not only pushed out premium products, but they're also a walled garden. You know what else I play that isn't a walled garden? Steam, GOG. Like, sure, they're their own kind of things, right? But, like, you have to have such a big value proposition that I have to engage with the Nintendo line of products. If you don't have that, why would I bother?
There are plenty more games heading to Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2. Let's take a quick look.
Sure. Nintendo, why are you marketing an individual like that to children? Well, I'll never forget Randy. We'll never forget Randy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Moist Critical has a video up on it.
Before we go, we've got 2 more games to show you.
I'm ready.
Please take a look.
Dude, hit me with this. You can't foobar me any more than the campfire game.
To pass through that door is to pass through time.
What is
to
this?
travel a road spanning centuries. From here, heroes set out on a journey of hope.
Square Enix presents a brand new action RPG brought to life in HD 2D.
Sure. I like it.
This is Philadelphia, a continent overrun by beast tribes. A spell of safekeeping is all that protects humanity's sole bastion, the Kingdom of Neither. One fateful day, a set of ruins is discovered in the wilds, beyond the castle walls. The adventurer Elliot leaves the kingdom to investigate.
Facing dangers, what adventurers do.
The duo venture beyond the kingdom's protection into the great wide world.
There's a little bit of showing on the bridge there.
On the kingdom's protection
After he leaves, the watches, he goes like about 3 steps down the stairs.
into the great wide world. Swords for quick and well-balanced strikes. Bows and arrows to target enemies from afar. Chains and sickles to swing and pull enemies closer. And more. There are 7 weapon types in total, but that's not all. You can also strengthen your weapons by equipping different combinations of master. All sorts of variations to find a playstyle that works for you. Your fairy companion, Faye, can also attack and pick up items. You can control both Elliot and Faye separately, or 2 players can control them at the same time.
I wonder, doesn't the Switch have an issue with Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles? Because that's on the Switch, right? But it's tied to the section. So if you do 4-player co-op and you try to do the funny, you have to do it like 4 times, once with each person being the host.
You'll find that she's very helpful.
I'm sure this is just a drop out.
Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey, but unknown to them will span 1,000 years. Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales launches on Nintendo Switch 2.
going to rebuild the Wish Vale? Are you going to find the people we took our home from?
Witness the tale of beginnings that unfolds across Westera. Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
Sure. It does not look like Octopath hit the button. Somebody hit the button, whoever has to hit the button. I only see Octopath Traveler 1, Octopath Traveler 2, 1 plus 2. We do not see Octopath 0.
That's all for today's Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Thank you for watching.
I'm really curious what other people like Shenkai and Vinny Bonsoss think. I'm very curious what the consensus is going to be. I mean, I think my bias is pretty clear. My bias is very much disfavoring Nintendo right now. Look, I bought a Switch too, right? Bought Mario Kart. I don't think Mario Kart was worth it personally, especially some of the updates they've done post-launch. Especially if that drops like a $30 game for me. But like, I want to stress that people desire, whether you're from the Dragon Ball Spartans or to you are it's on a even the chili in the fire. And as far as that as well as shareholders, investors, constituents, right? That they're dealing with my issue is more that it doesn't feel like the Switch 2 has been taken seriously by Nintendo. They've charged me a premium $150 now. They have they've said this $80 price point with low variable pricing units, right? And sure, if you look at this is a partner showcase, you notice that there's not really anything $80 just in here, right? But I guess to be fair, Hyrule Warriors isn't a first party. It isn't using the first party person doing it, right? So where does my issue lie? And people saw this from a mile away. It's why people around me like, oh, okay, so they're going to buy the Switch 2. Like it's not worth it. Even if they called it from a mile away, I called it. I called it this as well. Makes it so that my eyes don't hurt trying to play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which playing it actually smoothly that should have been how it was on launch. That is wild to me. I think that Nintendo isn't taking this seriously. I think that, especially because where's my Switch? So let's do a thing. I'm going to pull up my Switch 2. I'm going to prove a point. So we're going to go to the Nintendo GameCube, right? The thing you have to pay premium for, right? The extra premium pass, right? This is different, really. So we have currently Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker got launched, F-Zero GX, and Soul Calibur 2. Now, Super Mario Strikers, I think, was the later edition. There was 3, now there's 4. We still haven't seen Soul Coliseum. Kirby Air Ride is also a thing, right? So tell me how they can sell you a console, how they can sell you a premium experience, and not even upload the ROMs to the actual service. Because they're not pulling it on the physical disc. I guarantee you they're using ROMs. They're very ROM. Well, that's just Nintendo doesn't feel like they're taking things seriously. And that's fine if you're not going to take things seriously. If you're going to ruin your reputation and goodwill. If you are going to have investor meetings where you completely deflect questions by investors, right? This has been a thing. Nintendo's covered this, where they asked about game parts and below production sales, and Nintendo just deflects as Nintendo does. Like it's the CEO press conference, right? Bro, there's so many better things I can complain Sure. I do want to have an idea of it.
Seen a group of adult man babies go out this sad over video. Video games being available onto a different plastic box. It is something I've never witnessed in my entire career of doing YouTube or even playing video games. This is worse than when Sonic was put on the Nintendo platform. This is worse than when Xbox games went to PlayStation, because right now what we're seeing are fanboys who used to be in direct cahoots with each other literally do one of two things: either eat each other alive right on Twitter, as we see friendships break down and dissolve over and over again, or those exact same fanboys becoming social pariahs in the community that they've created and becoming Nintendo fanboys. It is so good watching them just scroll around and try to freak out and grasp onto anything they possibly can because they devoted their entire life to a corporation in a plastic box who thought they cared about them. In fact, it's gotten so bad that people like JTech TV are now on a rampage, going around and providing content strikes onto other channels. Klutzy King, friend of the channel, just recently got his channel struck by JTech TV for a 2.5-year-old video as he was getting made fun of and criticized. Yeah, that's how back far we're going. That's how hurt these boys are. Now, of course, the counterclaim has in fact been filed, but JTech TV is on a different rampage. He went onto Twitter and said thank you and added Team YouTube while filing a false copyright DMCA takedown notification giving Klutzy a strike onto his channel. So you know what? Since J-Tech wanted to at YouTube, Joe from Seattle had a great idea as well. Why don't we all at Team YouTube and let them know how this person is now filing false copyright strikes onto channels, even though he doesn't understand what the law actually is. But it gets even worse, because even though fanboys are doing horrible things to people making content about them,
Hallo?
or even criticizing them, or as they're going around and also having infights with each other, it turns out that fanboys are so emotionally damaged and stunted, they are now emailing PlayStation begging them to not put games on Xbox. I can't. Y'all listen, y'all are going out sad. Y'all are going out sad. This is bad. Y'all thought Xbox fanboys were going out sad because 4 games hit? Nah, baby. Let's see what happened though, shall we? According to PlayStation Lifestyle, they tweeted this out yesterday, saying, PS5 fans against multi-platform games email Sony and get a response. No, this has got to be a joke, right? Are we going to have a change.org petition next? Everybody sign this petition so Sony doesn't put games onto Xbox because Xbox is dead. Yeah, that's what just like everybody was making fun of Xbox fanboys for wanting to buy Helldivers and play a video game, everybody is now going to be making fun of you clowns for emailing the corporation that you think cares about you, because clearly you are not enough. Exclusivity is a detriment to this current landscaping market, and we've told you this for 10 plus years, but you've chosen to ignore it. You clowns have acted as if you were higher and mightier than everybody else simply because you bought a different plastic box. Yet here we have practically every single exclusive of your platform on the PC, and soon to be the whole slate guaranteed may be happening onto the Xbox platform as well. Y'all made fun of it. This is an Xbox commercial. Well, this is now a And the funnier part is, if you pay for developer mode for $20, you can even emulate all the old PS1, PS2, and even PS3 games on your series consoles. So on top of that, all your games are going to be going to Xbox at some point or another, and even all the backwards compatible games that you have to either buy again or don't have access to because PlayStation doesn't want to put the goddamn disc in the console, you don't even have, but everybody else does. Anyways, let's see what the article had to say and go from there. A recent PlayStation job ad ended up ruffling feathers as it suggested PS5 first-party games were destined for Xbox, or at least that's how a large portion of the gaming community took it. What followed was somewhat of a firestorm, and now some concerned fans are emailing Sony to inquire about its multi-platform plans. Insiders have cautioned players against taking the question out of context. Sony has already said its first-party single-player games will largely remain exclusive to one console, with some exceptions like LEGO Horizon Adventures, which Sony felt was a good fit for Nintendo Switch. Let's stop right here with this article, though, because I can already feel the copium being inhaled in massive quantities as the valves begin to turn and the gaskets begin to open. Because clearly right now, this author is trying to calm everybody down, saying, you guys, look, they're not going to put their exclusives onto the Xbox platform. I mean, just because they already put the whole slate on the PC besides a couple of games doesn't really mean anything. Just because they went ahead and put LEGO Horizon Adventures, they felt it was a good fit for that platform. That makes sense, you guys, right? Well, think about it like this. PlayStation would have rather put LEGO Horizon Adventures onto the Nintendo Switch 1 instead of putting it onto the PlayStation 4. Is it starting to sink in yet? Have you grasped that concept yet? Is it starting to be apparent what they actually care about right now? Because clearly, y'all don't buy games. And what's even better is, apparently, Helldivers is such a great fit. They not only put its way to PC, but they're also now putting it onto Xbox. Weird how that game was paraded around as a first-party IP owned by PlayStation and Sony as an exclusive, and now that baby's going multi-platform. It's almost like exclusivity doesn't benefit anybody, not even the actual company itself. It only benefits fanboys for Twitter. As the article says this, first-party games launched on PC at a later date, but live service games on all platforms, including Xbox, starting with Helldivers 2. Nevertheless, players want clarification, and at least one fan has received a response from Sony. Although it's the most boilerplate text I've ever seen, I'm frankly surprised that Sony even bothered to entertain this request. We have moved the goalpost from just 4 games on Xbox. Everybody called Xbox fanboys delusional. Everybody said, Alex, you're wrong. And hey, you know what? At that moment in time, I thought I was right, but it turns out I was wrong. It wasn't just 4 games. The thing is, though, denial is not just a river in Egypt, because the new Just 4 Games is now Just Live Service Games. Again, it always starts with just the tip, and it always goes farther from there. You boys, you clowns, all you authors of websites dedicated to specific platforms and console boxes, you guys are going to have a hell of a time coming your way, because now you're going to have to validate or vindicate your own perspective as to why you have to go ahead and buy this plastic box. And it's going to be hilarious to see you guys grasping at straws over and over again. It's just 4 games! Well, it's just live service games now, too. Funny how these things work out, don't they? I mean, it gets even better when people like Rock77 can see this coming a mile away, and nobody else actually can. Hell, he even called people out saying, look, if you're not going to leave PlayStation because their games are going multi-platform, why are you going to go ahead and make fun of Xbox fanboys who said they were going to stay on Xbox when their games are multi-platform too? That an actual PlayStation fanboy, a guy who has a PlayStation pillow, can see this from a mile away, can call out the hypocrisy, and yet nobody else can. That's the funniest thing I've actually ever seen. This is literally absolute cinema. And it gets even better because Just Type on Reddit did in fact send an email, and here's the response from Sony. Directly, that's one. While we continue to explore new ways to grow and evolve the gaming ecosystem, we are committed to preserving the unique identity that PlayStation represents. As we have in the past, we will always listen to feedback from our community, including valued fans like you, and ensure that our decisions are aligned with the experiences you expect from PlayStation. For the latest updates, please keep an eye on our official blog here and the announcements. Thank you again for sharing your feedback. We're committed to providing you with the best gaming experience possible, and will continue to work hard to ensure PlayStation the best thing ever. You guys are going out sad. I mean, in a really sad, pathetic way. More than anything I could have honestly ever imagined. And I have a feeling that the next 6 to 8 months, you guys are going to go out even sadder as more news happens, as more news breaks, as more stuff occurs. Oh my God, if PlayStation goes day and date onto PC, that's going to be another mental breakdown for you guys. And you guys will quote see mauled. Okay. Epic Games did a great job doing it. But the funniest part about this is just watching PlayStation fanboys try and twist themselves. The only Dreamcast guy decided to report on this, and watching the cope happen in real time is amazing.
Now, I want to talk about this because I think I'm still super fascinated about the idea of PlayStation specifically trying the multi-platform approach, because historically, right now PlayStation 5 is very much this Xbox generation has been absolutely seamless. Month after month, quarter after quarter, there's been setting records for new sales. But now, suddenly they thought, okay, customers need more quality. Let's talk about the fact that this console generation is actually going to be the most time ever in PlayStation history. They have made more money on just the PlayStation 5 than they did on the 4, 5, 3, 2, 1.
You know what's hilarious? It's not the fact that you're getting dollars. It's the fact that it's a company or corporation whose entire mantra of being active is to go ahead and make the red line go. If it goes down, that's supreme. People are getting shot. Heads are going to roll. That's how it works. It's even funnier though when you realize that when the red line goes up, they still fire everybody, so it really doesn't. It's a weird dystopian outlook, isn't it? The thing is though, these companies, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, all of them, they want as much money as possible. Let me correct that. They don't want as much money as possible. They want all the money possible. And the thing is, you guys, PlayStation fanboys, are not buying enough games. And we saw that happen directly. That's two. We saw it happen because Tom Warren posted this image yesterday of the top 7 games onto the PlayStation platform. And would you look at that? A big chunk of them are Microsofts and Xboxes. What, isn't that weird? Isn't that weird? Because it turns out you guys are more excited about Xbox games than you are about your own games. And the better part is PlayStation isn't putting out any games of their own. Listen to have the Concord effect. They just don't want to make a mistake again, apparently, and have it cost billions of dollars. And regardless about how much more money they've made over the other PlayStation eras,